We're back to AP and AS row scale, and today we're gonna be starting out with goofy service for this moment. But everybody has already have been on board for this one, and looks like it's time to depart for the early in the morning. But nice and early, looks like it's about to depart for our really first time. But the moon is absolutely gonna be setting for this really time. As we're doing this for the first time, is doing this for our 1% and starting to roll, and looks like we're gonna be absolutely to start up the acceleration as well. As we're gonna be doing acknowledge with this one, the train accelerates extremely slowly, pulling out with 5 coaches within ourselves as we're putting ourselves for the volume into 4, but looks like it's absolutely we're gonna get out, and this one is absolutely going to be doing as pretty fast as well. And here comes our last coach. But to do this in the railroad or railway is exactly like the BNR, more like it's exactly like is it gonna be a British Railways. It's a goofy express lines. Looks like this is a goofy train. Is it gonna be the number 6? This train is called number 6 as well. AP and AS Railroad. As to do this, like I say, but unfortunately I didn't have an all because the server cannot save for this one. If I join the server, which is absolutely reset and required to collect them all, as to do this, all the passengers have been aborted inside of this train, and looks like 25% and looks like 27 to 28%, and looks like the train is slowing down as we head on to some kind of stuck corner like this one, as we're pushing onto our very long holes as well. I make sure that train won't able to go for left side of the rails, because that was even more terrible than ever, because unlike British Railways, as the train comes to a complete stop and looks like the train has not able to get gone towards to the acceleration throughout 100%, and unless the train got stuck out here for this one, as we're going to be doing the reverse, and we'll be taking for a lot of time in order to make things out. But looks like the train needs more information, and looks like it has come to a halt out there, and looks like that it sounds like it's gonna be pretty unrealistic things as well. As we're pushing into this one as well, I make sure that we won't able to get happen again. So it might able to get stuck. Yes, it is. That is how it's gonna be very stuck into this moment, and exactly within those AP and AS coaches are gotten stuck. Like I say, looks like even the goofy railways, or I mean railroads, and the train has continued to go, but stuck here and lastly forever. This is the stuck part as well, because of the game updates did not really work as well, because all of a sudden that some kind of this unreliable stuff, it has gone wrong. As it looks like that one is absolutely gonna be doing our last one, and the last couple of things as well, and we absolutely for really go and back to 30% per throttle. And because of that, train is absolutely really doing something like it's unrealistic, something like else. So the train was very efficient and slow. But to do this, like I say, here comes that train into the crossing, but it's gonna be a few late things to go. So as the train has came to a cross, that the train is absolutely accelerating and waiting for a very long time, and I hope this is some kind of just a little bit mistake what is going on. And the train leads into the night time, but we never all say that the train won't be able to move so fast, but the coaches won't able to get moving for once again. So as you can see in the goofy service, as we won't able to get for much as higher speeds as we go, as we don't absolutely ever. And here comes that train into that crossing. Now when I say the train is absolutely nearby, and insanely close to this one. So looks like the passenger coaches are insanely to get away from this one. If I'm just moving back, whatever it is, that should be gonna be a little bit close. And we're not having for a very much long time for just a little bit now as well. As we can see about the slow around this train, and the train approaches to get things a little bit slower. And where is another train like this one? Exactly, we're going to be using for the BNR or the reading railroads like this. Starting with AP and AS Railroad as well. And the number 2 is exactly the Creme Republicans for the expressways for just something like else. It was pretty slow whatsoever, and if I just seen this close, Angel Harbor Railroad. And the train got stuck again. Looks like it's not even close. And we've seen into the next couple of steps, and right here the color green is the Arrow Point Railroad as well. So, and the last one is gonna be nearby in the spawn, and it's nearby in the swamp garage as well. And that must be the Alligator Shallows Railroad as well. So that must be the Alligator Shallows as well. So even to do this, like I say, AP and AS Railroad as well. The train keeps going as we keep on time. That we're gonna be spending for so many things as even possible. I might able to get recording before I just gonna be replacing at this moment before the train arrives at that station. Unless we got a unreliable things as well. There was one strong buff knight, and there is a boulder man over here. As the train arrives at the station, looks like we have already to say that the train has been officially arrived at this station. And pretty once that the train is gonna be a complete stop and turning on the lights on. The headlights is gonna be turning on for just literally right now, and the train has come to officially halt instantly instead of some kind of train coaches whatsoever. Well, I need to get this putting away from this one. Once the passengers have been boarded, let's do this for once again as we're moving down into for a slower acceleration down to 30%. Looks like the train got stuck again. It looks like we are absolutely keeping on going. And ongoing for its side. And absolutely the moon won't able to come to a set. It has a midnight over here. And here comes that BNR train. This is the AP and AS Railroad over here. A nearby in the American Crossing. This is how the nearby Ohio works. Something more like it's absolutely kind of Ohio railroads or railways. It must be absolutely quite a little bit for some kind of goofy expressway. So looks like another railroad crossing we go. As the train across to this one, here the whistle blows at this one this moment. Looks like we have came to across this one. So as you never seen like this, that I just turn up the volume. So most likely it's gonna be a little bit close, whatever it is. So I'm not sure that the train is gonna be going up here. At this time is absolutely gonna be doing much necessary, but look in order to get away from this one. And the train should be gonna be returning to Central Station. As we look onto this earlier, as we're gonna be doing such as a little bit once. But I absolutely wanted to do a little bit fast as well. So looks like the train is gonna be coming a little bit earlier. As we're going back inside of this one. As the train arrives, that should be gonna be going into this way. Now I make sure that the train will be gonna be arrive at track number 4. And the track number 1 we have been departed since a little bit for early in the morning. So in track number 4, the train will arrive and some other kinds of options as well. As you can see, the train hears a little bit of whistle as it moves a little bit slowly like the BNR as the train comes a little bit close, and I just hide here inside that building. So Absolutely, the train is gonna be a little bit slow, but I'm started to sweat myself outside of my computer. But it's gonna be a little bit stressful to take this long day. As anyways, I make sure nobody is gonna be joining the game, and exactly hitting to for 35% per throttle. Looks like we almost forgot for the high speed as we look out to this some kind of a little bit monstrosity, whatever it is. So the train is gonna be moving a little bit closer, but the train sense we're just absolutely moving very slow and slow and slow as possible. Whatever it is, something a little bit slowly is coming around here. The train is coming, and looks like we're almost at the end of the video as we come into a fully stop that we must end for this video. The moon has been set down as we're going to be changing into some kind of a cab car moment. Looks like we're absolutely near by the end of this video. Looks like that's it for all for this time. So if you enjoyed for this video, I mean, this is some kind of a one video or something like that. So, and I absolutely say I might able to turn off the headlights. The train comes into a deceleration. Looks like the train has officially come into a halt. And I mean, it's gotta be something, it's gotta be full stop. And it has finally, the train number 6 has come to a complete stop. And that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoy for this one. So if you like for enjoy for this some kind of meme train like this, for a cartoon train, leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. Thanks for watching, and this is Turbo Concept signing off.